This might be a dumb question, but does anyone notice that mental health seems to be the go-to thing? It seems to be on the rise. It's been on the rise on a steady, and we like to use it, to give it responsibility, to say, oh, well, that's because mental health is a problem, and we just really need to help those with their mental health issues. And then the solution is not there. It's funny to me, but it also infuriates me at the same time, because I don't like it when people, especially people who I love, are played with. No bueno. You know, I was recently in a bookstore, and right up front, anxiety, anxious, depression, The Matrix, conspiracy, bad. You're messed up in the head. Oh, let's listen to this person's story, that person's story, this professional. It's everywhere. It's a cash cow. The problem doesn't seem to be getting better, although we have so many qualified individuals. But then there's all these problems. There's problems with getting coverage. There's problems with finding a therapist. There's problems with doctors prescribing medications. So it's like this cycle. You keep running into roadblocks. Why is that? It's also interesting to me that our government seems to be focusing, our government and media, especially social media, they like to focus on trends and identify a problem, then feed the problem. And all we're doing is complaining about it. We're using it as a crutch. We're enabling people to continue down the path of destruction by labeling things, by attaching ourselves to them, coming up with a new name as to what we're going to call it. Or maybe an old name that we're going to call it something. Because I need a diagnosis. I need to know what this is, and I need to know how to fix it. But there's no solution. It seems as though there's no end to it. And so we wallow and we talk with others about it. We go to meetings. We make TikToks. The hashtag mental health awareness. Don't you think 2025 that this shouldn't be a thing? With all the resources that we have? Why is that? There's a 3-letter organization that seems to have studied this mental health, the brain, people's behavior, who also has access to a lot of things that people have been using historically that they trust in to use as resources, because That's what we were told we had to do. Trust in us. We will help you. We want you to get better. We want the best for you. So we're going to help you figure this out. But at the same time, it seems like, and I could be wrong, but it seems like they're the source of the problem. They're the source and the answer. And the instigator. All at the same time. None of that involves you. None of that has your best interest in mind at all. And we fall into the trap because they know how to manipulate people. They've been studying it. It's secret. It's just a theory. I don't know. What do I know? I'm not a licensed anything. My theory, my opinion. But I implore you to critically think for yourself. Observe. Put you first. For once. We don't have a mental health problem. We have a people who are in control, who are in power, controlling other people, with other people, pitting them against each other, one another, creating all of these problems, seeming news reports. It's not getting any better. Some could say it's getting worse. The divide that's been taking place over a long period of time, not just recently, you've been lied to. Your emotions have been toyed with. The fear that they've incited in us is not real. And when we stop participating, they're going to fight harder. But we don't give in. We don't have to give in when you recognize it for what it is and what it is not. They lose. What I mean when I say the fear is not real is that it's not warranted. It feels real. I'm sure it feels real. I get it. The basis of it doesn't come from, most of the time, from real things. It's coming from our perception. It's coming because we're putting our focus, we're putting our trust in others. Others who say that they can make it all better. Make it all better for you. I know what I'm talking about. Here's the proof, here's the proof, here's the evidence. Here it is. Evidence, evidence. We need all this evidence and proof and fact, and we love that shit. It's also so interesting to me, the things that we are shown on here, on the TV, the things that we hear. Have you ever taken a step back to ask yourself, why are they showing me this? Why are they showing me this specific thing? What about all the other people that this bad thing has happened to? Where are the stories on that? But it's there, it's fact. It's a fact because you saw it, because they reported on it, because some scientist or some doctor or some government official told you so. They have proof. It's there. You must believe it. Must you? Must you? You have more power, more control, more say than you think you do. Violence, to me anyway, is not the solution. Things that may have happened to you or to those who you love are real experiences. And I'm sure that they didn't feel the best. But if you pan out for a sec, get out of this little box that you've put yourself in, that you've categorized yourself in because it feels good to have an answer. It feels good to have a label. It feels good to hear about others who have gone through the same thing that you have. But what we're doing there is we're pinholing ourselves and we can't find our way out. It doesn't have to be this way. It doesn't. Some people tell me all the time, they'll tell me, oh, you get your head in the clouds, Kara. Get your head in the sand, or, these things are real. They're happening. Okay? Okay. Sure. But they don't have to continue to happen in your life. Believe me, I want to save the world. I've always wanted to do that, but then that's also my perception of seeing the world as needing help, needing things, needing to be fixed, needing to be healed. Are there people suffering? Yeah, yes there are. Are there bad things happening in the world? Yes there are. We are all things. We perceive all things. That's an ability that we have. Yeah. Does everything have to be perfect? What does perfect mean to you? It's subjective. It's through your perception. And you get to call the shots on what you give power to. It doesn't have to be this way. We don't have to continue to suffer to see people in this light. And when we stop reiterating and looking at and going over and over and over and over again all of the bad people and the bad things, then that's all we're going to see. Have you ever stopped to notice the good things? The things that you deem to be good? Everyone's complaining all the time. If it's about religion, if it's about the younger generation, or men and women and cheaters and divorce and single moms, and it doesn't have to be this way. It doesn't have to continue to be this way. We don't need to feed the problem. We don't need to be fueling it. But that's all that's happening here. That's all that's happening here. And when we say no, not today, and we keep saying it day after day, not today, not doing it, not going there, there's going to be a space, more space that's created within you to see more clearly, to perceive more clearly. Maybe, just maybe, you'll be able to breathe a little bit easier. You'll get some better sleep. You'll enjoy waking up every morning or night whenever you wake up. You'll find the beauty in the moments. You'll hug the people that you love a little bit more. And then, if each of us does that, fill in the blank.